I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to Complete Trader Academy's daily review. Today is July 18, Tuesday, 2023. So we got this massive bullish candle here. They did decide to take out the top side. Look on the weekly chart. We took out the high here, which would be this high here. And then we came into this week, this weekly wick from November, the week of November 28. And inside that wick, you got 50% of it and you got the top of it. So crazy day. So this is how it ended up panning out. And if you see here, obviously in the day right here, we're already kind of bullish, right? If you look on the 4 hour here, you can see we're making higher lows. You can see equal highs. You can see the liquidity here. Would I have liked it to sell from here yesterday? Generally, yes. But when I was mentioning yesterday about ES still having this gap right here to get filled. I don't know why it does that. Whoop. The gap here needed to get filled. I mean, technically doesn't need to, but we wanted it to. I don't know why they do that. And whatever I don't know why it does that. Anyway, as you see here, we are reaching for it. So this is the 930 right here, over here for ES. And very similar day as yesterday, technically. If you look at yesterday or the days prior, we got highs, we have higher lows, we have structure here. I wanted it to sell from here, but and you got to be able to be fluid because you can't be so married to something, which, you know, I fall a victim to that sometimes. But at the same time, you have to see what it's actually doing, right? So we have opening up here. We have Asia and London. We get London this high right here, seals this liquidity. So we already have that done, and we end up down here at 930. I didn't care what 830 was going to do. I wasn't even going to look at the chart. I waited till I wanted to wait for open generally. And here you'll see that we have this big down candle right here. Reaches down, and if you look over here, hard to see on the 15, but this is all happening live. You see, yes, I got a 50% level here, but I also have these. It's kind of hard to see, but I have all these little lows right here on the 15-minute. So if you look at it, where does it stop? It stops right at that low right there. See that? It's the same level. So because of that, when I see this, now I'm thinking, and keep in mind, the price is coming down first. This looks actually better on a 10-second for me, but on the 1 minute, you see that it's reaching down first. So reaching down first kind of throws me off as far as selling goes because, you know, generally in a buy day they're going to retrace and then pop it back up. Popping it back up also with that liquidity, and then over here, that previous high as well, which is here, that high, right? So, and then I'm doing more research here, and you see that we have, what do you call it? We do have that high here. You can't see it on this chart, but I think I can go here. And so this is the main goal here that I'm seeing. I mentioned this a while ago. I'm not sure if I was able to really mention it good yesterday, but it's hard to kind of say everything happening all the time. But this was definitely in my radar because of this high. So long story short, this is a buy because of the fact that look at the way this candle pushes up and closes. I won't call it an engulfing or anything like that, even though it sort of is in my book. But at the same time, to me, this just shows strength. And to me, this shows momentum. So this trade here is a momentum trade. And you have to, obviously it comes with experience, but if you were married to just keep selling, it didn't make sense with it being here. Now let's just say we we opened up and came down and we never really visited up here. Okay, then would have been different for me. It would have been a short-term buy here. Even though I'm taking this short-term buy anyway to here, because I know this liquidity is sitting here and a little bit of price imbalance in this wick. See this wick right here on the 1 hour. So in that general level, this is where it ended up being. But at the same time, because it pushed up and this next candle here, this 932 pops up and then retraces back, I also will use this as an inversion imbalance to see if it holds. And I would like for it to hold. See this between here? Drag it out. And then this is where the entry is happening. Because when I take this entry, I don't expect to put my stop loss here. That's not normally how I do things. So I'll do it 50% below the actual candle, right? Sometimes it'll hit the wick, yes, of course. But at the same time, this is a fast market and they're rushing for this price. I mean, these candles are big. It's just constantly moving. If you're looking on a smaller time frame than a 1 minute, it even looks crazier. So I'll go to a 10-second real quick just to show, so this can more make sense. Where are we? And it's just crazy because and I did a review recently about a move like this. See how this is a 10-second. So see how the candles come down and come up. See this right here? It goes right through. This is balanced. So you don't expect the price to reach back down here. Now, my perfect world, I would like for it to, reach here, right? Reach this candle. But I know that I won't get that, right? So this imbalance will generally stay unfilled is what I'm trying to say. The next one is where you want to generally look at a trade. So for example, we do get a shift here, right? Let me see, which one was it exactly? It was generally this shift right here on the 10-second that made me say, okay, we're going to go bullish, because you see I wouldn't say displacement, but you do see it going above this high here. And because of this swing high created this low, and it's sort of like a break of structure coming right back to a support block here. And then that would be the logic, right? So you see it taps right in, and you got to be an automatic buyer. The stop loss I would put here. Now, if this took me out, right, then I would actually probably enter again, and I would go for in here this next imbalance here with this block. But I would want it to hold here, not coming down here or in this wick. Definitely, this is last resort, but technically this should be the last resort right here, because we have another block right here. This is what I want to see in momentum, and you'll see it. And then you'll come up here. It'll retrace back into this one. This is at the opening gap. So, right? Yeah. So this is the opening gap right here, and then price is shooting off. It's literally shooting off. When it's shooting off, where are your targets? Obviously, we have them delineated right here. This one right here, and we have this high that we mentioned. You can't really. Right here. So that high and that high. Now, when the price was shooting up, man. So here's my problem. Here's where I dropped the ball, and it's okay. I'm not worried about it. I'm taking this trade past this high, and up to this level right here. I think it would come up to this 50% of the weekly gap. The weekly wick. No. I thought the open would be nice here, right? So the open of that wick. But when I had all this profit and I saw this breaking down, I was like, you know what? I'm done. So I end up trying to take a sell here, where obviously I get taken out here. And so I take a loss here, and then I try to catch it again. Now it reaches the 50 level. See this dotted line right here? So it reaches the 50 level here, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to take a sell from here. And sure enough, it's going, but then it comes back up against me. Now, here's where I should have kept going. I should have kept holding this trade until ES comes and takes this out. Now, they take this out at 11:45, but my mind is kind of all over the place in a way. And so I take a loss here, right? And then after that, I see this buy. I actually take this buy here because we had a shift of structure. I'm not showing you the candles on purpose. And yes, this is a 10-second. So you get this push down here from this high. We get a break right there, retrace right back into here. So I take this buy here and I take it to the liquidity here in this area here. And I was pretty much done for the day. I was not going to get involved, obviously, later than that. And that's only because I happen to be around. And it does start at 1:30. So 1:30 here. Well, 1:30 is actually over here. But I know that the PM session's kicking in. And we got a retracement, right? And then we got all the people who sold from here. Because this was actually a great sell as well. Not for long term or anything, but just for... Because now I know that the high of this weekly high is sitting right there. So they're obviously going to probably be hunting for this. Now, ES did take out well enough their gap on the weekly, and they came into this imbalance sitting right there. Can you see that? So it pushed up a little bit, and that's where we're sitting. But if I was to tell you now, this is definitely in getting into a sell area. So it's like, even if I was to come over here and show you this chart, well, we are sitting in this imbalance here. We do have that high, so it doesn't make sense to not hit it. I mean, we're already up here, but as far as looking for real sells, I wouldn't do that until it's over here. Because it definitely busted through this high. So if this high and this high was supposed to be protected of going down, well, they took that out and changed that program. So obviously with all this imbalance, we're looking for a retracement. But what I would like is for it to take out this high first. I'm not looking for really any sells. I mean, I can still take scalps and short-term sells, but I'm not really looking for it now. I would like for it to at least tap this. So what I'm hoping is this week that we open up in Asia and London, and we kind of like mosey up on our way up first. If we do that, that's guaranteed sells. I mean, there's like no question about it. But it depends how they play this. So I think that's really all I can tell you. So yeah, other than that, that's pretty much the day here. And then I want to tell you, screenshot all this, watch the behavior, because like on the 10-second, even, I don't know if you have 10-second or not, but you definitely want to get lower time frame. There's a lot of clarity involved. But you can see that the program is running. Like you can see it's constantly respecting these little higher lows, right? Like constantly, right? So it's running for price. And obviously on the left side, you see nothing but big ass bullish candles. But that's what you want to do. You want to take screenshots of the entries. And I have a million of them. So, you know, this will get familiar. Another reason why I do these reviews is because it's constantly programming myself as well. Like I constantly see this. I'm constantly going over it. You know, this morning when I woke up and saw this, I'm like, you get a different perspective, obviously, because you're going to get Asia and London data. And today was one of the first days that I felt, and like, damn, I sometimes feel bad for Asia and London traders, especially Asia. I mean, I really do. But London, I do feel bad for them. You know, you can get a really good move, obviously, in in London, and you can actually get the first part of the continuation of a leg, you know, in London. But I would be, if I was to have to trade London, I would be a lot more confused than New York, because for obvious reasons, they're creating liquidity on both sides here. So when we also dip down here, I mean, what did we do? We took out. Let me get out of this. We also take down liquidity here. So like, you know, and this is already wiped out as well. 830 did that. Yep. So 830, yep, comes down and wipes that out, and we wipe out again. So like, you know, you're not going to get perfect, you know, lower high, lower low here. you're not going to really see that. It's not common. But with all the extra things that I mentioned, you know, you got to look at where are the London highs. You know what I'm saying? So if this is sitting here and you're already down here, it's got fair delivery already. It's under 50. It's under 50%. Now, I thought it would have came to this open right here, which would have been the week open. This is what this purple line is. I thought I would have tapped that at least, but because, now keep in mind, because this candle closed the way it closed, all right, then this literally changes your mental, right, your idea. Plus, you already should technically be on the bullish side because of the highs that I mentioned and because of ES not grabbing or sealing that gap on the weekly. So just like ES coming down, you can see that we have this big down candle and we pretty much stay in it, right? Like we pretty much stay inside that candle, and you can see where the actual bodies are and so on. And they got bought every imbalance here technically. So I hope this helps. You guys take care. Until the next one, God bless.